So I know we were talking about like you was a single parent going through school and you had a relationship and you said that didn't work. I don't know too much about it. I do know y'all met you after.
Yeah, you met me with the husband part.
Yeah, I know.
Were we dating?
Y'all were
At the
dating.
time, we
Y'all
were
were
maybe
dating.
dating. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So going to nursing school, and this one, listen, your life is not aligned properly.
Oh, wow.
I'm saying, you got again assessment. I think sometimes we don't take time, and when I say assess, that like to look at and even diagnose. So meaning look at life and name what's going on. So it's like if I'm looking at these factors in my life and the naming it or diagnosing it is I am not in alignment with the Lord. My progress where I'm supposed to be at this.
You're wondering how everything is going wrong. Everything's not right.
But we gotta take the moments. Like sometimes, I think it's like a car. We got all these things going off on the car saying, check your brake fluid.
That sounds like, look, all the lights up still right.
And we just letting it roll. Like, I think I can make it home.
Look, it's fine. Yeah. The light always come on.
Yeah, ain't nothing. I got a light on in my car right. Anyway, but
me too. Well, go ahead.
Yeah. So I say all of that because in going to school and stuff, like this was a big change. At the time, I had moved back home with my mom, with my son, but still was in that relationship with my son's father, and applied to nursing school. I had went back to take a couple other prereqs that I needed for programs and whatnot, but I got into LSU, super excited. I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna move back to the city. So I ended up moving to Metairie and got in a 1-bedroom apartment, what you call it? A studio, right? Where it's just all one room. Yeah. So it's me and my son, and it's funny because he'll ask about, oh, well, did I sleep in the bed with you? I'm like, well, we only had one bed.
Right. So mine's dead, child.
I'm like, you only had one. It ain't, because like for my daughters, we have different rooms and stuff. So trying to get them out the bed. So he's now wondering like, oh, did you have to do this process? I'm like, baby, it was only one bed. We was all in one spot, So anyway, yeah. And in terms of kind of his dad, I remember pushing like, oh, well, we should stay together. And clearly, and everybody has like different things. And I kept pushing like, oh, let's stay together. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I feel like I was pushing against what was supposed to be like, because I was praying on the situation like, kind of, that to me, the infamous, God, this person ain't for me.
Oh,
remove them from my life.
Yeah. And then look, all hell break up. Be like, oh, Lord.
Yeah. And then you wonder, you wonder. So, yeah, and I think all of that time it was kind of telling me, like, no. And, like, so, a short version of a long story is that I'm a firm believer. If somebody is not with you during the struggle, baby, let them go.
Okay.
Let them go. Because my thing is I'm doing something that's going to be valuable. I'm doing something that's going to help a family, our family unit,
Exactly.
So, and if you're not with me for that time and you're not with me for the struggle, but say if you wasn't shooting with me in the gym, I can't roll with that. I have zero tolerance and respect because, and I know that I'm a good person, so I would support you. I am, right. I know I'm going to show up 100%. So, you telling me you can't show up for me? And so, yeah, I just think, and especially with nursing school being as rigorous as it is, to bring that extra stress of, all right, because he decided to end it was an off and on relationship anyway, but at some point I was just like, you know what, this is the last time of doing this. And then that last time was the last time. And I remember going through a dark period while still in school.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yeah, it was very dark. Cried myself to sleep at times and whatnot. Like, it was just a very hard time. But I feel like it just don't make sense. You don't realize how much energy negative situations, negative relationships take from you.
Yeah.
And I do not believe that I would have been able to be a nurse and be where I'm at had I stayed in that relationship.
Oh, you have my story.
Yeah.